Right everyone, Dan Central here, and welcome to a video that I just wanted to do really, just to kind of mention an awesome show that I'm part of, promote another channel, and just really make as many people as possible aware of some awesome guys that are basically part of a fantastic show that brings retro gamer YouTubers together, to try and make as many people aware of it as possible, to kind of hopefully make it as popular as it can possibly be, even though it already is, very popular anyway. Basically, there is a show called Reto Unlim, and it's got some absolutely fantastic guys that run it and host it and send out the invites to certain people, and then basically they get a certain number of YouTubers together to meet each other and basically chat about all things gaming really. And I'd have to say that I had an absolute blast. I was part of the show last Friday, the 34th live show that they've done, and there was two shows. It was split in two. There was an early show from 8:30 till around 10ish, and then a second show from about 10:30 till it went on for as long as we wanted it to really. It was roughly about midnight, but it went over a little bit, which was cool. And I have to say, I absolutely loved it. It was just so good. I hadn't laughed that hard in a long time, I have to say, and to have it all captured on camera as well was even better, really. One of my favourite features of that, one of the highlights, was where I actually asked the guys to try and guess my lookalike, and the things they came up with, oh my days, just, I nearly fell off my chair. I was laughing so hard. So much so as well that my head started hurting and I could hardly breathe as well. It was just that funny. And I just want to say mainly as well, a huge thank you to all the guys for making me feel so welcome. Because, yeah, obviously when you first go onto a show with a lot of people like that, you sometimes can feel like you're being swamped a little bit. But I didn't feel that at all. I felt that they all were respectful, they all let each other speak, and they all basically listened to what other people had to say. So you can hear beeping in the background because I'm chatting to my good friend Shock16, and also Console Snob on Facebook as well, about, again, all things gaming. So yeah, I'm obviously not replying at the minute because I'm doing this video, but if you hear it go off again, they're still trying to get hold of me. So yeah, basically, yeah, I just want to thank everybody that was on them shows for making me feel so welcome, and I'm actually going to personally thank you all as well, because I just feel very humbled and very grateful to you all for being such a laugh and making me feel very included in the talks and the banter. Because sometimes I can find it a little bit of a challenge when I don't know the people to, get involved. They're still trying to chat to me. But as time went on, they made me feel like I could talk and I could open up. And, the host, Harry Yak, he, at times as well, and was like, so Dan, what are your thoughts on this? To kind of give me a bit of an opening at times to come in with something if I was feeling like, when can I add something, what should I say and when? He kind of sometimes, made it a little bit more, I suppose, guided me in a way to, as to when and where is a good place to kind of cut in so I don't talk over people. And then as it went on, I then just found my feet and then started getting to know people a bit more, and then was able to just come in a lot easier than at the beginning. So yeah, I mean, Harry Yak was a fantastic host. He was very, very funny. The features that he had were brilliant. He gave good structure to the shows, let everyone speak, and had a lot of humour himself, as well as what everyone else was talking about. So I just want to say a big thank you to Harry for hosting it and for doing such a great job, and for sending me out the invite and including me in the shows. I feel very privileged to have been involved in them. And also to the other guys that are part of Retro Unlim that I've spoken to, Steve and Dan, great guys. Steve's an absolutely fantastic bloke, very down to earth. I've spoken to him a few times now, both via text and face to face. And I have to say he is very, 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 very great at what he does, and a very, very nice guy as well. So, was very, very excited when he asked me if I wanted to be part of the shows. And Dan as well, another great guy who very kindly was making sure that I got the invites and the links and everything, and that everyone was enjoying themselves basically. So without them three guys, I thought someone was going to come in then. Without them three guys, the show wouldn't have really been as great as it is. And then in terms of the other retro gamers that were involved in the streams, I just want to give you guys a shout out as well, because I'm very humbled by everyone making me feel so welcome. Aidan Watkins, met him on the first show, and I have to say that since the shows have been out on YouTube and been live, we've actually been chatting a fair bit about music, actually, of all things, as well as obviously gaming. He's a guitarist, and I play the piano, so we're potentially trying to see if there's any kind of links there to, that's my dog, to any links there to do some collaborations. You never know. I've listened to all of his stuff on his SoundCloud, and it absolutely blew me away. And I'm not just saying that because he's becoming a good friend. He generally did blow me away, yeah, I just was hugely impressed by all of his stuff. So we're potentially looking to see if maybe we could collaborate or do something. You never know. But yeah, fantastic guy. And not only that, in addition to that, as a bonus, he's also a fellow huge Sonic fan as well, which is even better. So we were chatting about Sonic as well on the live stream, and it was great to hear from someone else that was as passionate about Sonic games and all things Sega, just as much as I am. So a big hi to Aidan. We've now subscribed to each other's channels. It's amazing what just being on a live stream can do as well. And go and check out his channel as well, people, because I was checking out some of his vids, and he's been doing some retro gaming trips out and about and stuff, and I was watching a few of them the other day where he goes to different shops and he interviews the owners and stuff, and yeah, it was very, 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 very cool. So please do check out Aidan Watkins. I'm actually going to put the link to his channel in the description bar because I'm like that, I'm a nice guy. Yeah, go and check out his channel because it's absolutely fantastic. Another guy that I met on the first show and was also on the second show as well, very, very funny guy. He provided a hell of a lot of the laughs, excuse me, on the second show as well. Some of which had to be, let's just say, shielded from the public's view because, yeah, it got a bit, yeah, obviously we saw it, but it wasn't able to be publicly broadcast due to specific guidelines on Google Plus Hangouts. And yeah, literally, I was nearly falling off my chair laughing. He just didn't care. He was just doing things that were just so funny, and some things that just couldn't be shown. So yeah, which is very, very funny. And that is the very cool Novabug, a very good guy called Chris, who is basically very funny. He very knowledgeable about retro gaming, and he's just a great guy to talk to, and is very respectful of others as well. And yeah, just was very, 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 yeah, great to talk to, really. Sorry, I keep stuttering. I keep thinking someone's going to walk in through the door, and then it might get a bit awkward. So yeah, very good guy, Chris, Novabug. Again, I'm going to put the link to his channel below. Please do check it out because it's a great channel. And yeah, he's just a great guy. He was sitting there and he was cracking one-liners out as well to make us laugh every now and again. Yeah, it was just a great presence in the stream. From there, I also met a guy called Console Snub, a guy called Scott. Again, very cool guy, very funny. he kept playing retro games on his screen while we were still talking, so you'd see him for a bit and then it suddenly flipped to a game he was playing, and then we'd be like, what game are you playing? And then he would get frustrated with it and start going crazy and making us laugh. And he'd be playing songs as well through his microphone, for we could sort of jig? We could jig to? What era am I from? We could have a rave to. Yeah, he's just a very, very funny guy. Again, console snob, should I say. I'll put the link underneath to his channel as well. He was in the first and the second shows as well. Another guy, Ben, he was in the first show, and I believe he wasn't in the second. He is T-Rex Space Station. Very knowledgeable guy again, really knows his stuff. Whenever we brought up certain topics and stuff, he really was able to elaborate on stuff and go into a lot of detail, and it's very interesting to listen to. Yeah, he was just a really nice guy as well, and you know, really got involved and made me feel, you know, included and stuff, which was great. So T-Rex Space Station, Ben, again, we've subscribed to each other's channels, as well as Novabug and Console Snob. We're all subscribed to each other's channels now. I'll put the link underneath. Please do go and check his channel out as well. And finally, the other guy that was in the first stream and then the second two was one of my really, really, really good mates who I'm thankful, really, that we're friends, thanks to YouTube, because obviously if it wasn't for YouTube, we'd never have known each other. So I've got, obviously, YouTube to massively thank for that. And I'm sure we're going to be, you know, good mates for a very, very long time. We're due to meet up in the flesh again very soon, which I can't wait for. He's one of the funniest guys I've ever met in my life. He doesn't give a shit about anything, which is, you know, the way it should be. You know, he's a very, very popular guy in the community, and that's obviously the great creation that is Shock 16, with his trademark hats, which he's always wearing. He never takes them off. I have seen him without one though. But he doesn't really normally take them off. What can I say about Shock 16 at the end of the day? He is just an absolute hoot to be around. He's just a pleasure to chat to. He always makes me laugh, even if he's not saying too much. You know, he's part of my Sunday Stroll series that I'm doing, and you know, there's not much else to say really, other than he's an absolute legend, and I'm going to stop feeding his ego too much, because you know, he'll start getting a sore head. But yeah, you know, if you've not heard of him, which you will have done surely, I will put a link to his channel anyway in the description. He's been doing a series called the Friday Night Fight, where he's been playing a fighter every Friday and commenting on them and stuff, and you know, great series. He's just finished his second season. Do check those out if you haven't done so already. I loved all of them, watched the whole series, and was very, very, very impressed and really enjoyed it too. And yeah, it was nice to have him as well in the stream, because at the beginning, obviously, I didn't know anyone but apart from him, so at least I had someone there to kind of make me feel a bit more comfortable. But then, obviously, as I started to talk to other people, it started to help anyway. But to have him there at the beginning was obviously really helpful. So yeah, do go and check out Shock 16 Adam's channel, because he's an absolute freaking legend. Right. And then to finish off, moving on to the guys that were only in the second stream, is another absolute legend YouTuber, someone that's very, very prevalent in the community, someone that a lot of people know about. He's very, very popular. His intros, when I say this, you'll probably know who it is, include Sexy Biscuits. That is, of course, the legend that is Lawn Boys Post 1975. That is obviously the awesome bloke that is Dave. He came into the second stream, and I finally got a chance to meet him properly face to face, because I'd only really spoken to him via text and comments in the past. I was subscribed to his channel for a long time, and then suddenly YouTube thought it was a good idea to unsubscribe me from his channel without telling me, which is incredibly rude. So when I clicked on his channel about a month ago, it decided to tell me I was no longer subscribed to him. So I obviously quickly rectified that and sent him a message to say that it wasn't down to me, which obviously he was like, yeah, no, obviously that's fine. Obviously YouTube's being really stupid at the minute. So I resubscribed to him. sorted all that out, and he does some of the greatest videos really that I've seen. He the funny thing is, actually, in his introduction, when he's putting magazines down on his quilt on his bed, that quilt, that Dennis the Menace quilt, I used to have. That was my first ever quilt. That exact quilt I used to have when I was little as my first quilt when I was growing up. So when I saw that, I was just like, oh man, that was like when I was little. That was my childhood. I used to have one of those. Bit random, but yeah, it just kind of nostalgia kind of made me remember my first ever quilt that I had when I was growing up. So yeah, Lawn Boys Post 1975, Dave, great guy. His introductions are funny. His videos are very informative. I was watching one of his videos earlier, it was called You Hum It, I'll Play It. Really like that idea. He's looking to bring that back, so do it, man. I love the idea, and you know, I think it'd be a great thing to bring back, and I'd love to get involved. And thank you for making me feel so welcome and being an absolute hilarious guy on the stream. And I'm glad I finally met you properly in face to face. This is going on for a little bit. Apologies, people. I'm going to aim for about 20 minutes because I'm so excited about the streams and the great guys that are on there. I kind of gone on for a little bit. Oh well. Next guy was a guy called Rich, but I didn't get his YouTube channel name. I was going back through the recordings of the live streams, and I couldn't find anywhere, looking through quickly, where people were saying their channels or kind of going through it. So it was hard for me for some people that I hadn't really met before. It was hard to find what their channels were. So there was just a guy called Rich. I think his name was Rich something Higton or something. Yeah, no, he was a really great guy, but I just can't remember what his channel was, if he even mentioned it, because there was a few of them that I didn't actually quite get, you know, the channels off them. Some of it was easier because they either mentioned it or they sort of found my gaming Facebook afterwards and then added me, and I found them through their mutual friends, and then it was a lot easier, but I didn't find him. But a great guy nonetheless. There's another guy called Michael Burhan. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong, mate. Sorry. Really funny guy. I've now got him actually on Facebook. He was in the stream talking about obviously the Retro Unlim website itself, promoting some of the other shows that he does. He was very funny, and when they were trying to guess my lookalikes, he actually was saying that I could probably pull off a Pat Butcher look, which was brilliant. Yeah, he was just very funny, very funny, and great guy to have on the stream, and you know, really got involved and stuff, and really made me feel part of it as well, which I really appreciated. There's a guy called Giles Aspin that came in, but he didn't come in for long. He kind of came in, said that he was tired or something, and then kind of disappeared. But he came in for a little bit, so that was all good. So that's it really. Everyone that I've mentioned, Aidan Watkins, Novabug, Console Snob, T-Rex Space Station, Shock 16, Lawn Boys Post 1975. Those guys, I will put their channels underneath in the description, so please do go and check out their channels. And I just want to again thank all you guys again for making me feel so welcome, and also obviously to the hosts and the guys behind it, Harry Yak, Steve and Dan. Very appreciate it. Very appreciative, sorry. After the stream actually ended, after the second show, I actually stayed on for a bit and spoke to Steve for a while, and he was saying how pleased he was with what I said and how I interacted, and he said I did a great job, which I really appreciated, because I was a bit apprehensive as to how I would I don't know, I suppose how I would come across, how people would perceive me. There was a slight, you know, nervousness there about, you know, would people really take to me, or would they just think I'm strange? But after all that, they thought I was strange, so that's all good. No, it was awesome. It was really fun, and I'm looking forward to hopefully being involved in more shows in the future. So like I say, please do check out their channels. Please also do check out the Retro Unlim channels, which again I'm going to post underneath as well with everything else. They're looking to do another live show in about 3 weeks' time, where apparently the 16-Bit Brothers are also going to make an appearance, who are, again, great guys too. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this. Sorry it's been a bit long. I just wanted to promote the channel and make more guys aware of it, and to thank the guys that were on the stream for making me feel so welcome. I hope to speak to some of you guys soon. Yeah, take it easy, and yeah, I'll be back with another video very soon. But to all you awesome guys that are in the stream, keep doing what you're doing. You're all fantastic people, and I really do hope to chat to some of you guys again very soon, whether it's in a stream or it's in some other format. Cheers, people, and I'll speak to you all soon.